His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu is a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj and has done his MSc from Indian Institute of Science, has written many books, has given so many lectures we are hearing, and we can see how much the whole Veda base is there, so then like no need to refer to any books. So we welcome Prabhu today, 6th day of our Srimad Bhagavatam SAPTAHA on Bhishma Stuti, and we welcome everyone to the day 6. Tomorrow will be the Purnavati. So we'll start little early, so then tomorrow everybody be here by 6:30 max, so that we can start on time, because it will be little prolonged session. So welcome Prabhu and welcome everyone. Prayers to all the forefathers and dear ones in whose memory we are doing this Bhagavatam Saptah. And thanks to Mahesh Gaur Govind Prabhu for hosting this year after year and his full family. Thanks to all the sponsors. So we start the Katha day 6. Welcome Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tiravanachari. Yamuna Tiravanachari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jai Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jai Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Ashtottara Sata Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravindra Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jaya. Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Ashtottara Sata Srimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की। गंगामयी की, यमुनामयी की, भक्ति देवी की, तुलसी देवी की, कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की। All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Gnananjanashalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees for the 6th day of our discussions on Bhishmadeva's glories and prayers. Yesterday we discussed about 3 prayers of Bhishma. Bhishma was saying, Iti matirapakallpita vitrishna Bhagavati satvata pungave vibhumni. Let me withdraw my mind and senses. Let me withdraw my thinking, feeling, willing from all kinds of subjects and focus only on Krishna and nothing else. And in the second prayer, Bhishmadeva said, Tribhuvana kamanam tamalavarnam ravikara gauravarambaram dadhane vapuralakakula vritananabjam Vijaya Sakheratirastu mena vadya. So he glorified the beautiful form of Krishna, Bhishmadeva. One common thing you can notice throughout Srimad Bhagavatam is most of the devotees glorify Krishna's form. Whether it is Bhismadeva or the Dwarakavasis or Vrajavasis or Mathuravasis or many other devotees, whether they are in an intimate mood or reverential mood, they speak something about Krishna's beauty, Vishnu's beauty. So, beauty of the Lord is one of the striking aspects of his personality, the physical beauty. Yesterday we were discussing from so many shlokas why Krishna wears peacock feather. What is the impact of Krishna's flute on the minds of those who are hearing that flute? So every aspect of Krishna's personality is beautiful. Krishna's form is beautiful. Krishna's pastimes are beautiful, sweet. Adharam, madhuram, vadanam, madhuram, nayanam, madhuram, hasitam, madhuram. Everything is madhuram about Krishna. His name is madhuram. Sweetness, innocence, simplicity. These are the aspects of Krishna's form, especially in Vrindavan Dham. Bhismadeva glorified Krishna's beauty in this way. And slowly, he meditated on the scene on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. He said, Yudhitu ragarajo vidhumra vishvak kachalulita shramavaryalankritasye. Shramavari alankritasye. In the second shloka, he described Krishna's beauty very nicely by comparing it with tamal tree, etc., etc. But now, he is meditating on Krishna's beauty on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Yesterday, most of the discussion is on beauty of Krishna. That's what Bhishma is meditating upon. So, even when Krishna is perspiring, even when Krishna's hairs become dirty by the dust raised by the hoofs of the horses, Krishna is beautiful. Krishna is extremely beautiful. And even if there are wounds on Krishna's body because of the sharp arrows of Bhishma, Mama Nishita Sharair Vibhidyamana. Mama Nishita Sharair. My sharp arrows Vibhidyamana. They pierced Krishna's kavacha also, Krishna's body. And there are wounds. And Bhishma is relishing that darshan. So, once the gopis of Vrindavan came to Kurukshetra. Not during the battle, much before the battle. It was solar eclipse time. All the Vrajavasis, Hastinapurvasis, Dwarakavasis and different personalities and kings and rulers from different places all over the globe have assembled at Kurukshetra just to observe this auspicious occasion of this eclipse or just to take some auspicious baths on the occasion of this eclipse. So at that time, after a long gap, the gopis saw Krishna. The gopis saw Krishna. Krishna left Vrindavan when he was hardly 10, 11-year-old boy. Akrura came and took him. Then these gopis finally saw Krishna after a long gap and they are supposed to be happy, but they were not happy. Because they were accustomed to see Krishna surrounded by gopas and cows and calves and peacocks and butterflies and other forest animals, deer. But now they are seeing Krishna not with a turban but with a crown, dazzling crown. Not with gopas and gopis and cows and calves around him, but with horses and elephants and soldiers and different ministers around him in a royal attire. So the gopis felt separation while seeing Krishna. Can you just imagine? Even while seeing Krishna, you feel separation from Krishna. Prema Vaichitya. Special effects. So even while sitting right in front of Krishna, standing right in front of Krishna, they were feeling separation from Krishna's form as a cowhead boy in Vrindavan. So within their hearts, all the gopis headed by Srimati Radharani pulled Krishna's chariot, pulled Baladev and Subhadra's chariot. Their chariots were pulled by these gopis within their hearts. Let's take Krishna to Vrindavan. This is not the Krishna that we want to see. We want to see Krishna as a cowhead boy in Vrindavan. And celebrating those emotions of the gopis of Vrindavan, we celebrate Jagannath Ratha Yatra. That's the background of Jagannath Ratha Yatra. So different devotees relish Krishna in different ways. Not every devotee will relish every form of Krishna. Yesterday, we were discussing Krishna's beauty. Today one devotee was sharing with me, Prabhu, you were giving class, and when you started why Krishna wears peacock feather, when you started Krishna's beauty and Krishna's Vrindavan pastimes, we went into ecstasy. Another devotee told me today, Prabhu, when you started about Krishna's beauty, I could not connect with it, but before that you were speaking so many lessons on how to deal with difficulties and how to observe. I could connect with that more. I was taking more notes. I could not take more notes when you started Krishna's beauty. I cannot connect with it. So different devotees relish different aspects of Krishna's personality, right? Depending on their experiences. Bhishma is relishing Krishna's beauty as a warrior on the battlefield, as a chariot driver on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, but the Vrajavasis could not relish Krishna's beauty as a prince in Kurukshetra. They wanted to see him only as a cowhead boy. We can't see a whip in Krishna's hand driving the horses. We have to see a flute in Krishna's hand, mesmerizing all of us. We can't see a dazzling crown on Krishna's head. We need to see a simple turban or some bun on Krishna's head with a nice peacock feather. That's Gopi's taste, right? Different devotees have different tastes. The Gopis are saying in the Gopi Gita, Sharadudashaye sadhu jata sad sarasi jodara shri mushadrisha Suratanathate shulkadasika varada nignato neha kimvadha Sharadudashaye sadhu jata sat. Sharad means Sharad Ritu, autumn season, post monsoon. Udasaye means this reservoir of water. Sharadudashaye sadhu jata sat. Sadhu jata means that which has a pure birth, a great birth. Sharadudashaye sadhu jata sat means in the reservoirs of water during the autumn season in Vrindavan, nice lotuses bloom, nice lotuses blossom. Sharadudashaye sadhu jata sad sarasi jodara shri mushadrisha. Sarasi jodara. Saras means this water reservoir, lake. Sarasija means that which is born out of lake, which is lotus. So Krishna, the beauty of your face is as fresh and as enchanting and as wonderful as freshly blossomed autumn lotus in the reservoirs of water in Vrindavan. They are saying, Sarasi jodara Sri Mushadrisha. Further they say, Suratanathate shulkadasika. Suratanatha. Oh Lord, you are the Natha, you are the master of what? Surati. Means divine mellow, enchanting relationship with Krishna. You are the master of all relationships, my dear Krishna, and we are connecting with you in the Parakeya Bhava, in the Madhurya Rasa, as your lovers, as your preyasis. So we have connected with you and we are dedicating ourselves completely to you. But what is happening with you, Krishna? You are Suratanatha, but you are neglecting us. Ashulka dasika. We are like your dasis, maid servants, without any shulka, without any payment, without any salary. Just because we are working for you without taking any salary, you are taking us for granted, you are neglecting us, you are ignoring us. You have called us here and then you have disappeared from the scene. Is it appropriate on your part, my dear Lord? Give us the shulka, give us the salary of your darshan. Give us the salary of your beautiful face. We want to take your darshan. Shulka dasika, ashulka dasika. Varada nighnato neha kim vadha. Oh Varada. Vara means boon, benediction. Varada means one who bestows benedictions. Varada nighnato neha kim vadha. Oh Lord, you are the bestower of benedictions. You are the best of all bestowers of benedictions. Still, you are not even giving us this boon of your darshan. Is it appropriate? Neha kim vadha is not killing innocent women. You have called us. We left everything. Pati sutanvayad bhratru bandhava ati vilanghyate nyachyutagata. Pati, Sutta, Bhratru, Bandhava, you have left everybody. We have given up all our family members, relatives, husbands and sons and everybody. And we have come here. Udgita mohitaha, we are very attracted to your loud flute song. And we have abandoned everybody and we came in the Sharat Purnima night to this forest. But Kitava yoshitaha kastyaja nishi. Kitava yoshitaha. So you, Kitava, you cheater, you are giving up the gopis who have surrendered to you. You have abandoned us mercilessly. They're chastising Krishna. Out of their intense emotion, the gopis can scold Krishna also. Yesterday we have seen, or day before yesterday, Mother Yashoda was scolding Krishna in Vatsalya Prema. She said, you are like a monkey, you are a monkey lover, you are a house plunderer, you are a butter thief, you are a liar. You speak so many lies. You made me wander in all the streets of Vrindavan. You broke my butter pot. How many offenses you have done, my dear Krishna? You broke my butter pot. You have stolen butter. You have distributed butter to the monkeys. And you ran away when I was trying to catch you. And you made me wander in all the streets of Vrindavan. And finally when I caught you, you started speaking so many lies. No more milk products for you. No more toys for you. No more playmates for you. No movement for you. I will tie you up. Damodar Leela happened. You understand? So, Yashoda Mata is scolding Krishna. The gopis, the younger gopis, Madhurya gopis are also scolding Krishna. How many times Krishna has to, hear all these scoldings? So sometimes Krishna becomes little exhausted hearing prayers of devotees. All the reverential prayers. Sometimes Krishna likes scolding. Right? In the Utthana ceremony, Utthana ceremony? Krishna was a 3-month-old baby. For the first time, this baby turned on his back, on his own. Generally, babies don't have the ability to turn on their back. Mothers have to lift them. They make them lie down on their back or lie down on their belly. They do all that. But first time when the child develops the ability to turn on his own, that stage of child's growth is celebrated by the mothers as Utthana ceremony. Mother Yashoda was conducting this Utthana ceremony. She called all the neighboring gopis and made a great celebration. So in the Vedic days, child's birth or every significant stage in the child's growth is a cause of celebration for the parents. So Mother Yashoda was celebrating so nicely. Then all the Brahmanas came and started chanting different mantras. Krishna was yawning. Krishna felt sleepy hearing all the mantras. Nothing to minimize the glory of the mantras, but the point is, sometimes Krishna also gets little exhausted or bored with too many reverential prayers. He likes scolding. When the gopis are scolding him, whether they are younger gopis or older gopis, when gopis are scolding him, Krishna becomes very happy. Krishna relishes that. Krishna forgets that he is God in Vrindavan. But outside Vrindavan, Krishna acts like a God and people worship him with reverential prayers. So Krishna's beauty is relished by different devotees in different ways, and different devotees can connect with Krishna in different emotions. So we need to respect every devotee for whatever emotion they can connect with in their connection with Krishna. So Bhishma is having a different rasa. It may be unconventional on the part of a devotee to stand opposite of Krishna and shower arrows on Krishna and relish perspiration and wounds and blood and dust on Krishna's body. Right? But the gopis of Vrindavan, they have such delicate hearts, they have such simple and sensitive hearts that whenever they think that, oh, Krishna is walking barefoot in Vrindavan, And all the sharp thorns or pebbles or sharp grasses in the pathways of Vrindavan, when they pierce Krishna's foot, oh, Krishna's tender foot will be hurt. Krishna's feet are so soft that they can't even bear the touch of the soft bodies of gopis. What to speak of bearing the touch of thorns and pebbles? So the gopis are feeling very anxious. Similarly, when Lord Ramachandra went to Dandakaranya, then all the Vrajavasis were thinking, oh, Lord Ram is walking on the streets or on the pathways of Dandakaranya, in the forest of Dandakaranya. What will happen to his tender feet? Ram's feet are so soft that they can't even bear the touch of Mother Sita's hands. When Mother Sita, with her delicate lotus-like fingertips, touches Lord Ram's feet will become reddish. They can't even bear the touch, right? So they are so soft. And those feet are walking in the streets of Dandakaranya. Just the mere thought of Ram walking in the forest of Dandakaranya makes Ayodhyavasis faint. They become unconscious. Oh, how can my Ram walk like this? So different devotees have different emotions. And yesterday we have seen Jambavan, such a great warrior. He is fighting with Krishna. He is bringing big boulders and throwing on Krishna's shoulders, and then the boulders are breaking on Krishna's shoulders. Just imagine, can you imagine a big boulder like this falling on Krishna's hand or Krishna's head? And Jambavan is relishing it. Not for a moment. 28 days he is relishing. At least Bhishma only saw Krishna perspiring and having some wounds on his body. But Jambavan is creating wounds on Krishna's body. He is fighting with Krishna. With boulders and trees and weapons and fists. He is beating Krishna like this. This is the speciality of Krishna Leela. Krishna is called Akhila Rasamrita Murti. Akhila Rasamrita Murti means he is the reservoir of all rasas. Any devotee can connect with Krishna in any mood. Some connect with Krishna as a loving mother, as a loving father, as a loving friend, as a lover, as a servant, as an enemy. Krishna can satisfy all modes. So Bhishma is having this mood. Now Bhishma is continuing to meditate. Let's recite the fourth shloka in Bhishma Stuti. Sapadi sakhi vacho nishamyam madhye. We will try to recite one line at a time. Till yesterday we were reciting two lines. Some devotees are finding it difficult. It's too long. So one line at a time. Sapadi sakhi vacho nishamyam madhye. Nija parayor balayor ratham niveshya. Nija parayor balayor ratham niveshya. Sthitavati parasainikayurakshna. Sthitavati parasainikayurakshna. Hritavati partha sakheratir mamastu. Hritavati partha sakheratir mamastu. Sapadi sakhivacho nishamya madhye. So Krishna's sakha. Who is Krishna's sakha? Arjuna. Sapadi sakhivacho, this sakha of Krishna, this friend of Krishna, requested Krishna, my dear Lord, can you please take my chariot between the two armies? Sthitavati nija parayor balayor ratham niveshya. he wanted to assess the strengths of Nija and Para. Nija means one's own army, Para means the opposite army, the enemy's army. So he wanted to assess the strengths and understand who all have assembled on the battlefield of Kurukshetra to fight, and to especially the opposite army who came to support Duryodhan, evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra. As Arjuna said in the Bhagavad Gita, Senayor ubhayor madhye ratham sthapayamechyuta yavadeta niriksheham yodhu kama navasthitan. You remember in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna says, Senayor ubhayor madhye ratham sthapayame achyuta. Oh Achyuta, please establish or please position my chariot between both the armies so that I can examine who all have assembled on this battlefield. So Bhismadeva is recollecting that moment. Very beautiful. He says, Sapadi sakhi vacho nishamyam madhye nijaparayor balayor ratham niveshya. Then Sthitavati. So Krishna positioned the chariot between the two armies. Then Parasainika Ayur. So just by positioning the chariot between the two armies and glancing on the warriors on the opposite side, you know what Krishna did? Parasainika Ayur. Ayu means lifespan. The Ayush, lifespan. He has diminished the lifespan of those who have supported Duryodhan. Parasainika Ayur. Akshna, just by his glances. Hritavati means he has done Haran. Hari, we have discussed the meaning of Hari someday. Hari is one who does Haran, one who steals everything. Krishna steals butter in Vrindavan. Krishna steals hearts of the gopis in Vrindavan. Krishna steals the hearts of those who are hearing his butter stealing pastimes. When we are hearing Krishna stealing pastimes, Krishna stealing our hearts also. And Krishna also steals our sinful reactions. Krishna steals our difficulties. And if a living entity is sinful or takes the side of sinful people, Krishna can steal their lifespan also. Hritavati. He can steal the lifespans of those who have taken the side of Duryodhan. Hritavati. Sthitavati. He has positioned the chariot between the two armies. Parasainika Ayur Akshna Hritavati. He has stolen the Ayu, he has stolen the lifespan of the opposite soldiers just by glancing at them. Hritavati. That Parthasake Ratir Mamastu. Let me have that devotion for that Parthasakha. Let me have Rati for Krishna. Let me be attracted to that Krishna. So when Bhishma was about to depart from this world, he was about to give up this body and go to the spiritual world, he is meditating on that particular form of Krishna on the battlefield. Now there are so many forms. Some devotees like to meditate on Krishna's Vrindavan form. Some devotees want to meditate him in the form of Dwarakadhish or Mathuradhish or Rama or Varaha or Narasimha or Vasudeva or Balaji, Venkateswara. So the Lord has so many forms. But of all the forms, what captivated Bhishma's heart the most? The form as Parthasarathi. His form as the chariot driver of Arjuna is very dear to Bhismadeva. So different devotees can have different favorite forms of the Lord. Parthasarathi. Some people believe that if we keep this form of Krishna, Parthasarathi form of Krishna in the home, we'll have fights. Some people have this sentiment. Have you heard such opinions of people? Right? If you keep Krishna Arjun photo, Krishna driving the chariot of Arjun photo in the home, you will have so many difficulties and conflicts and fightings in the home. You remove the photo, will you not have any conflicts in the home? Just a simple thing. You never had any quarrel with your family members or relatives at home when you did not keep that photo or when you have removed that photo? So people have different sentiments. But here is Bhishmadev meditating on that photo only. That scene only, that battlefield. Most of his prayers is meditating on the Parthasakha form of Krishna. Partha Sarathi form of Krishna, right? So that Partha Sarathi, what he has done Haran. He has completely stolen the lifespans of the opposite soldiers. As I don't know whether we discussed that, there is one Chaurashtakam. Chaurashtakam is 8 verses glorifying Krishna's stealing activities, glorifying him as the greatest thief. Chauragraganyam purusham namami. Vraje prasiddham navanita chauram gopangananam chadukula chauram aneka janmarjita papa chauram chauragraganyam purusham namami. Shri Radhikaya hridayasya chauram navambudhashyamala kanti chauram padashritanam cha samasta chauram chauragraganyam purusham namami. Padashritanam cha samasta chauram. If you have taken shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, he will steal everything from you. Just think before you take shelter of Krishna, right? If you want everything that you have to be stolen by Krishna, then you come to Krishna. Otherwise, don't come to Krishna. Don't look at Krishna. He's a great thief. I'm not saying this. Rupa Goswami says this. If you go to the banks of Keshi Ghat and look at Krishna playing his flute, then he will steal away all your material desires. So the first shloka of Bhishma Suti we have discussed. Itimati rupakalpita vitrishna. Oh Krishna, let me give up all my material desires and meditate upon you only. But it's other way around also. If you meditate on Krishna, he will take away all your material desires. When you see Krishna, when you become attracted to Krishna's pastimes, you will give up all your attraction towards any material pleasures and material enjoyment. That is the effect of Krishna. So, in the Chaurashtakam, it's mentioned that if you have taken shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, he will take away everything. Padashritanam cha samasta chauram chauragraganyam purusham namami. Padashritanam cha samasta chauram. And also he steals away aneka janmarjita papa chauram. He steals those sinful reactions that we have been accumulating since lifetimes. He will steal them away. This you like Krishna to steal, right? You want to keep all your sinful reactions with you only, or you want Krishna to steal them? You want Krishna to steal them, right? But Padashritanam cha samasta chauram, he will steal away your money also. Not only your sinful reactions. He will steal away your pious reactions also. Your piety he will steal, your impiety also he will steal. Your papa, your punya, both will be cleansed when you take shelter of Krishna, right? And here is Krishna who is stealing the ayu, lifespans of the soldiers who are supporting Duryodhan. And even when Krishna steals the lifespans, he is only liberating them. And Krishna does not want to kill anybody. Natural death people will have, because of some disease people may die, or when somebody kills or during some fighting or war people may die. But ultimately, punishing a person either through death punishment or some other punishment is not the intention of Krishna. Krishna just wants to bring this soul, conditioned soul, to the eternal shelter of his lotus feet, so that he will be reinstated in his original, pure, original Krishna consciousness, where he actually becomes spiritually blissful. Material happiness is not happiness. Only spiritual happiness in the service of Krishna will keep us completely satisfied. So Krishna is our divine well-wisher, eternal well-wisher. Bhoktaram yajnatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhurdam sarva bhutanam. Because he is our dear well-wisher, he naturally wishes our welfare. Therefore, even if he steals away everything that we have, even if he steals our lifespan also, ultimately Krishna is benefiting us. Right? When Duryodhan was lying in a pool of blood, with his thigh broken by Bhima's gada, Krishna was not happy to see that scene. So Krishna only inspired Bhima. Bhima, do you remember? You have taken a vow that you will break the thigh of Duryodhan. Yes, I have taken a vow. What was the context? This Duryodhan, shameless Duryodhan, exposed his thigh and said, Draupadi, come and sit here. Is that manners, good manners? At that time, Bhima became so angry and he has taken a vow. I will break that thigh. You have invited Draupadi to come and sit on your throne. She is the chaste wife of another man. And you are inviting like that? What kind of manners is? I will break that thigh. He said this. So, Krishna reminded Bhima, this is your vow, just break. And some people blame Krishna. Krishna did adharma. Why did Krishna instigate Bhima to break the thigh of Duryodhan like this? This is adharma yuddha. When Duryodhan invited Draupadi to come and sit on his thigh, is that adharma? Is that dharma? When somebody has done adharma like this, if you kill him by adharma, is that adharma or dharma? So when you have a thorn in your foot, you take another thorn and then pierce that foot to take away that thorn. That's required. So Krishna has to do the needful. To establish dharma, sometimes you may have to take to adharma also, and ultimately whatever Krishna says is dharma. Dharmam to sakshat bhagavat pranitam. But when Duryodhan is lying in a pool of blood with his thigh broken by Bhima's gada, Krishna felt very bad. Krishna was not at all comfortable. Krishna felt compassionate. Oh my God. I have given him so many chances. I have given him unlimited chances to rectify his rebellious mentality and take shelter of me and compromise with Pandavas. Be friendly with the Pandavas. I personally went as a messenger begging Duryodhan, oh Duryodhan, can you please give half of your kingdom to Pandavas? That is their kingdom. They have earned Indraprastha kingdom. You should give it to them. But Duryodhan is so arrogant, so adamant. And here is Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Krishna is Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. He is the proprietor of all the planetary systems in this universe. In fact, he is the proprietor of Ananta Koti Brahmandas, unlimited universes. And that proprietor of unlimited universes is begging for half kingdom in this one little universe which is as big as a mustard seed. And Duryodhana is saying, get lost. Can you imagine? If you are a multimillionaire and you go to a small landlord and beg for 10 rupees and if he says, get lost, how will you feel? You will say, who is he to tell me get lost? I can maintain him for the next 10 lifetimes. Just because he has some 1,000 rupees in his bank, he is feeling so big. He'll feel like that. But Krishna is the proprietor of millions of universes. In his form as Mahavishnu, when the Lord breathes out, Yasyai kanishvasita kala matavalambhya jivanti loma vilaja jagadandanathah jivanti loma vilaja jagadandanathah. So there are millions of universes that come out of Mahavishnu's body when he breathes out. When he breathes in, all the millions of universes go back into his body. Within one exhaling period, he will create millions of universes, he will destroy millions of universes. And that Lord is coming to Duryodhana and saying, can you please give half kingdom to Pandavas? Just imagine the gravity of this situation. And Duryodhana is rejecting this proposal. And is there anything wrong in Krishna orchestrating Kurukshetra war in such a way that Duryodhana is defeated? Why we have to be so caught up in this finer nuances of different moments in Mahabharata and say that Krishna is adharmic? He inspired Arjuna to put an arrow on Karna when he is struggling with his chariot wheel. And he is inspiring Bhima to break the thigh of Duryodhana, although it is against Dharma, etc., etc. Whatever he says is Dharma. Whatever he does is Dharma. But Krishna was not happy. Ultimately, when somebody takes the side of Adharma, which is against Krishna's will, Krishna is not happy. Krishna is feeling very empathetic and sympathetic towards Duryodhana, but Krishna had to do the needful to defeat him in this way, just to teach him a lesson, and through him teach a lesson to all of us. Lord Ramachandra killed Ravana. And Lord Ram has given so many chances. Ram's devotee Vibhishan told Ravana, please respectfully return Mother Sita to Lord Ramachandra and beg forgiveness. He will protect us. Take his shelter. But Ravana did not agree. And Vibhishan left him. And later, Ram had sent messengers. Even Hanuman told Ravana, he said, you just respectfully return Sita Devi to Lord Ram, he will forgive you, he will protect you. But Ravana did not agree. And Ram personally asked also Ravana, but Ravana did not agree. So Ram was obliged to kill Ravana because of his obstinacy, because of his adamant nature, because of his arrogance and pride and lust. And after Lord Ramachandra killed Ravana, Vibhishan said, O Ram, I will not conduct the funeral rites, the last rites of my brother Ravana, because he is a great offender. You know what Lord Ramachandra said? Vibhishan, you should never say like that. Whatever mistakes or offenses or sins that Ravana has done, he has done through the body. Now the body is gone. Body died. But you have to perform last rites to that body, because performing last rites is honoring the soul. Soul is pure. Therefore, you should perform your last rites, Ravana's last rites. You should not abandon your duty. So, even though when Vibhishan was disowning Ravana, Ram was not disowning Ravana. The Lord disapproves the misdeeds of demoniac people, but he never disowns them. He is always kind and affectionate towards them. That is the Lord's mercy. Even when the Lord is stealing the lifespans of all the soldiers who are supporting Duryodhan, the Lord is always kind and affectionate towards them. The Lord is giving them liberation. You understand? Even when the Lord punishes somebody or kills somebody or politically manipulates the situation in such a way that there is some favor on his devotees and then common people are cheated, ultimately the Lord is a well-wisher of every single living entity. After all, everybody is a servant of Krishna, an Amsha of Krishna. Right? So when a mother punishes a child or scolds a child, it is for the child's welfare. Similarly, when the Lord orchestrates situations in such a way that demons are defeated or even killed, the Lord is acting for their welfare only. If I allow him to live, he will commit more and more sinful activities and he will ruin his soul. He will be degraded. Let me kill him now so that he will stop the sinful activities. So punishment is required for rectification. The Lord punishes people for their rectification, and that rectification is not rejection. There is a difference between rejection and rectification. So, when the Lord punishes people, that is for the rectification. The Lord is not rejecting them. The Lord will never reject anybody. He loves everybody, and His love is our hope. So, you may read this little shloka and you may get little surprised. Parasainika ayur hratavati. He is stealing. He is doing haran. He is stealing away all the lifespans of all soldiers. My God, what is this? But he is actually giving them liberation, ultimately. So next shloka, our Bhishma says, Vyavahita pritana mukham niriksha Vyavahita pritana mukham niriksha Svajanavadhad vimukhasya dosha buddhya Svajanavadhad vimukhasya dosha buddhya Kumati maharadatma vidyayas Kumati maharadatma vidyayas Charanarati paramasya tasya mestu चरणरति परमस्य तस्य मेस्तु In the previous shloka, previous prayer, Bhismadeva said, Arjuna requested Krishna to take the chariot between both the armies so that he can examine the warriors there. And Krishna very dutifully, very obediently, submissively took the chariot and placed it, positioned it between both the armies. Then Arjuna started seeing all these soldiers, and Krishna also started seeing all these soldiers. But when Arjuna saw these warriors, he became very emotional and confused and deranged. But when Krishna saw these warriors, he has taken away their lives. Krishna reveals it in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Kalosmi loka kshayat pravriddho. I am Kala. I have taken all away. I have taken the lifespans of all the people. Actually, he displayed this Kala Rupa that has hundreds and thousands of heads, and fire is emanating from the mouths of this Kala Rupa, and Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Shakuni, Duryodhan, Dushyasan, all these people are entering the fire coming from the mouths of Kala Rupa. And Arjuna has seen it. Oh my God! All these warriors are entering the mouths of this Kala Rupa, and they're being crushed between his teeth, ground between the teeth. Arjuna got scared. That means Krishna has already demonstrated the future outcomes of the battle of Kurukshetra before even the battle started. Right? Aneka bahudara vaktra netram pashyami tvam sarvato nantarupam nantam na madhyam na punastavadim pashyami vishveshwara vishwarupa. So this Vishwarupa had aneka bahu, udara, vaktra, netra, so many eyes and heads and hands and legs and bellies. He's all pervading. 3D or 4D or 10D or 1000D, we don't know. Whichever direction he sees, he only sees Vishwarupa. And after that he displayed Kala Rupa. Vishwarupa, or the universal form, displayed all the things in the entire universe at one place to Arjuna. Kala Rupa displayed all the effects of time, all the happenings in the past, present and future at one place to Arjuna. Arjuna was able to see that Bhishma is going to die. Battle did not even start, but he saw that Bhishma is going to die. And Karna is going to die. Or Jayadratha is going to die. Duryodhan is going to die. Everything is already pre-decided. The Lord has already established it. Right? So the Lord has orchestrated. So Krishna is glancing on all these warriors who are opposing the Pandavas and diminishing their lifespans, destroying their lives. But Arjuna became confused, he became very emotional. And that's what is being discussed here in this shloka. Vyavahita pritana mukham niriksha. Mukham niriksha. When Arjuna saw the faces of all his relatives and friends and family members and cousins and brothers and grandfathers and teachers, etc., on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he became very emotional. Svajana vadhat vimukhasya dosha buddhya. Svajana, these are my svajana. Drishtve mam svajanam Krishna yuyutsam samupasthitam sidanti mama gatrani mukham cha parihushyati. You know that first chapter, Arjuna expressed his compassion. Drishtve mam svajanam Krishna. Krishna, when I see my own svajana, my own relatives, mukham cha parihushyati, my mouth is drying up. Yuyutsam samupasthitam, seeing them in a fighting spirit, ready to fight with his own family members. My God, my mouth is drying up and I'm unable to function properly. I'm becoming dysfunctional. My Gandiva is slipping from my bow. Gandivam samsrate hastat tvakchaiva paridahyate. My skin is burning. So in this way, Arjuna went through extreme emotions. Svajana vadhat vimukhasya. Svajana vadhat vimukhasya means he became disinclined to kill his own relatives. Svajana vadhat vimukhasya dosha buddhya, and that is dosha buddhi. Dosha means fault, buddhi means intelligence. So Arjuna's disinclination to fight with his own relatives is his dosha buddhi, is his faulty intelligence. Svajana vadhat vimukhasya dosha buddhya. Now you may think, how can this be dosha buddhi? When Arjuna is thinking of not killing his relatives, Bhishma is saying that it is dosha buddhi, it's faulty intelligence. Should you kill your relatives or not? So when I teach kids Bhagavad Gita, I ask them this question. When you have a fighting with your sibling, with your brother or sister, some quarrel, some argument, if somebody gives you the photograph of your brother and asks you, tear into small pieces, will you be inclined to do it? No, I will not. The kids say, I won't. Why? You just had a quarrel with him. Why can't you tear this photo? After all, he's my brother. Right? That is the condition. If you can't tear the photo of your friend or your brother or your sister or your relative, how can Arjuna shoot arrows on them? It's very difficult. You see Arjuna's emotions. But Bhishma is saying that is dosha buddhi. Because Arjuna is acting as a kshatriya prince. A kshatriya prince should not have this partialities of these are my swajana, these are our other people. These are my people, these are outsiders. So my people means I will not kill. If someone else is there, I can kill. Arjuna fought so many battles. Arjuna already fought so many battles so far before Kurukshetra battle, and he killed so many people because he never thought that they are his swajana. These are my own people, how can I kill? He never thought like that. But now Bhishma is standing there, Drona is standing there, many other relatives and friends and family members are standing there. Therefore he felt very emotional. If a mistake is done by your own family member also, you should be ready to fight with them and kill them. That's what Krishna is teaching Arjuna. Just because the wrongdoer or the sinner is your relative, is your family member, will you forgive that person? No, that's not proper. That's what Krishna is teaching Dharma. Some people misunderstand. Arjuna is non-violent. Arjuna never wanted to kill his relatives. Arjuna is very detached from the kingdom and material enjoyment. So Arjuna is so great. But Krishna poisoned his mind. Krishna polluted his brain. Krishna instigated him to fight. Krishna made him violent. No. Krishna is seeing on a spiritual plane. And Arjuna at that moment was seeing on a material plane. Materially, these people are my relatives. I have a blood relationship with them. I have a skin relation with them. Therefore, I will not fight. That's his logic. But for Krishna, there is a different logic. That is transcendental logic. This soul, who is entrapped in this material body, has committed so many sinful activities through this body. If I don't kill this body, then he will commit more sinful activities through this body. Then he will be rotting in the material existence and hellish existence. Therefore, to terminate his sinful reactions, further sinful activities, I have to terminate his body. I have to kill him now. And Arjuna, you are the bona fide kshatriya, you have to kill him. So, to administer justice, you have to keep aside your emotions. If you are too emotional, if you are too sentimental, you can't implement justice. Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, very important point. 2nd chapter, 14th sloka. What is that? Matra sparshastu kaunteya sitoshna sukha dukkhadaha agamapayino nityastam stitikshasva bharata. Krishna said, you tolerate happiness and distress. You tolerate heat and cold. Because these dualities come and go. Agama apayino anityaha. They are not permanent. Therefore tolerate. If Arjuna says, yes, I will tolerate. I will tolerate all the offenses done by Duryodhana and party. I will tolerate all their aggressions. Even if they have tried to kill us in 100 different ways, even if they have usurped our kingdom, even if they have cheated us in gambling match, even if they have attempted to burn us alive in this house made of lac, still I will tolerate all their offenses. You know what Krishna said? I told you to tolerate happiness and distress. I told you to tolerate dualities. I never told you to tolerate injustice. You should tolerate happiness and distress in life. You should tolerate the inevitable appearance of honor and dishonor and happiness and distress in life, but you should never tolerate injustice or adharma, especially when you have the capacity and the responsibility to counteract that adharma. If it is your responsibility as a king or a kshatriya prince to counteract adharma, how can you say, I will tolerate it? in the name of being non-violent. You are a Kshatriya. This non-violence is not your philosophy. If it is required to be violent, to establish Dharma, you should be violent. That's what Krishna is saying. So that is like on a practical plane. But on a very high spiritual, transcendental plane also, what Krishna said is correct. Arjuna, you are just getting too emotional seeing your relatives and blood relations. But these people are souls. Body has no endurance. Body has today, one day, and soul is eternal. Even if you are killing them, you are not killing their souls, because soul cannot be killed. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. So, soul has no death and body has no endurance. Kill, no problem. So just by being attached to this material body, how can you ignore your duty as a Kshatriya? And that is Kshatriya duty, but ultimately Arjuna is a devotee, and Arjuna has to perform his devotional service by assisting Krishna in establishing Dharma, therefore he has to fight. Therefore Arjuna's fight is also devotional service, as we discussed yesterday. We were discussing, right? You are sleeping, you are eating, you are working, you are fighting, everything can be Krishna's service. Right? So, Svajana vadhat vimukhasya dosha buddhya. Svajana vadhat vimukhasya dosha buddhya. Bhishma is able to understand all this. Arjuna got confused before the battle of Kurukshetra, and Bhishma knows this. Arjuna is confused, Bhishma is never confused. Bhishma is performing his duty as a Kshatriya even while sitting on the side of Adharma. How much enthusiastic Arjuna is supposed to be while standing on the side of Dharma to fight in the battle. But Arjuna is disinclined. Who is a more mature devotee? Bhishma is definitely a more mature warrior, more mature devotee also. He could clearly understand that Arjuna's disinclination to fight is faulty intelligence. Swajana vadhat vimukhasya dosha buddhi. It's a dosha buddhi. Then he says, Kumati maharadatma vidyaya. This is Kumati. Arjuna became Kumati, means he had a bad intelligence. Kumati Maharad. So Krishna had to remove that bad intelligence, bad logic, material logic, and give him some intelligence in the form of Atma Vidya, the right intelligence. Arjuna is using false logic, emotional logic, or he's in bodily conception. So Krishna had to give him Atma Vidya. Please understand this divine science of Bhagavad Gita, Atma Vidya. So Arjuna has been enlightened by Krishna with Atma Vidya. Then Charanarati Paramasya Tasya Mestu. Let me have Charanarati. Let me have attraction to the lotus feet of the Lord. Paramasya means should have complete attraction. Paramasya means supreme attraction to the lotus feet of the Lord. Who has enlightened Arjuna and taught him the sense of duty. Before hearing Bhagavad Gita, what did Arjuna say? Karpanya doshopahata svabhavaha pruchhami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha. Before hearing Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna said, Dharma sammudha chetaha. I am confused in performing my duty. But after hearing Bhagavad Gita, what did Arjuna say? Nashto moha smritirlabdha tat prasadan mayachyuta sthitosmi kata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. After hearing Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna said, Nashto moha, all my illusion is gone. But before hearing Bhagavad Gita, what did Arjuna say? Karpanya dosha, dharma sammudha chetaha. I am confused in performing my duty. Now, later, Arjuna said, I have full clarity in performing my duty. So, Bhagavad Gita is that scripture that takes us on a journey from confusion to clarity. Right? Arjuna was confused before hearing Gita. He got complete clarity about what his duty is after hearing Bhagavad Gita. So if you want to eradicate your confusions, if you want clarity of thought, read Bhagavad Gita. Bhishma is also recommending that. Atma Vidya. So spiritual knowledge is given. Any announcement, bro? You need to announce? Yeah, please.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, Prabhu. Every day we request the same thing. I think many times we have requested. This is the 6th day. And, why to bother the neighbors? Yesterday also this happened. An unnecessary CID comes, police comes. Now this is again an issue. There are 2 cars parked in the wrong area, blocking somebody's home. He cannot get out. Here is there. H12181 is Hyundai and the other one is W90179. W90179 and H12181. Please, whoever it is, please remove. Otherwise, he will have to call the police to tow it away.
Okay, sure. Thank you. So, let's go to the next prayer of Bhishma. Swanigamamapahaya mat pratignam Swanigamamapahaya mat pratignam ऋतमधिकर्तुमवप्लुतो रथस्था धृतरथचरणोऽभ्ययाचलद्गुर् हरिरिवहन्तुमिभं गतोत्तरीया. So Bhishma till now spoke about the beginning of the battlefield of Kurukshetra, where Arjuna was confused and Krishna enlightened him with Bhagavad Gita. After being enlightened by Krishna, Arjuna prepared himself to fight. Right? Then, during the fight, something interesting has happened. Once Duryodhan went to Bhishma and said, Bhishma, you are such a celebrated warrior. You have so many military certificates. I think you are not fighting properly. You are being too liberal and lenient towards the Pandavas. You are showing some partiality. You are showing some favoritism towards the Pandavas. Otherwise, how can these Pandavas, who are very insignificant in comparison to your experience, your strength, survive till now in the battlefield, although so many days have passed? Looks like you are not fighting up to with your full potential. Then Bhishma got hurt. You are saying that I am not loyal, I don't have the integrity, I am taking your side and I am not fighting properly. Is that what you are saying? Okay, I will please you now. Tomorrow, with these 5 arrows, 5 designated arrows, I am going to kill all the 5 Pandavas. Tomorrow is the end of the battle. Just take my word. And Bhishma does some pratigna. Then there is no turning back. Bhishma took a vow of celibacy. Okay, I will never marry. So he never married throughout his life. Generation after generation, he is only serving the throne of Hastinapur. He never sat on the throne of Hastinapur, although he is the most eligible person to sit on the Hastinapur, considering his birth, considering his maturity, considering his power also. But he is only servant of Hastinapur throne. So Bhishma took a vow that with these 5 arrows, I am going to kill the 5 Pandavas tomorrow. Then Duryodhan got excited. My God, tomorrow battle is going to end. I'll go and sit on the throne of Hastinapur. Amazing. He was thinking like that, but Duryodhan got some thought. What was that thought? Let me keep these 5 arrows safely with me. That was the mistake he has done. If he had left that 5 arrows with Bhishma, probably the pastime would have taken another turn. But he said, okay, Bhishma, these 5 arrows are my life and soul. I must preserve these 5 arrows so carefully now. Please give me these arrows. Tomorrow morning, when you are about to go to the battlefield, I will give these arrows, 5 arrows. With these 5 arrows, you can kill the Pandavas. So, yes, fine. These 5 arrows are designated to kill the Pandavas. Keep them safely with you. So Bhishma said this. and Duryodhan safely kept in his camp. Krishna is the super soul. He knows what's happening in the heart of every single living entity, whether they are devotees or demons, whether they are in the side of Dharma or Adharma. Krishna completely understands the plans of all his devotees. See the simple, humble or very divine rasa that's happening, that's being demonstrated in the relationship between Krishna and Bhishma here. So Bhishma took a vow to kill the Pandavas who are the pure devotees of Krishna, and Krishna siding them. Because Bhishma is in Virya Rasa, he did not even think of taking this vow. When you are giving a promise, when you are taking a pratigna, you will think twice, right? But Bhishma did not think twice. Krishna is on their side. How can I even kill them? But Bhishma has just taken a vow. He has a taste for confrontation even with Krishna. Even if Krishna sides these Pandavas, I will kill them tomorrow to please Duryodhan. Right? So this confuses the minds of common people, but enlivens the minds of devotees with a deeper understanding of rasa. So we cannot have very stereotyped, conventional opinions about how rasa can be exchanged between the Lord and his devotee. Because Bhishma is in Virya Rasa, he is in the mode of this chivalry, he can take such a vow even against Krishna also. So Duryodhan very nicely preserved these arrows with him. Then Krishna is a super soul, he understood the whole situation. Then Krishna told Arjuna, Arjuna, I have a service for you. That day war ended. The next day only war will begin. So this is night time. So Krishna called Arjuna and said, Arjuna, can you please go to Duryodhan? It is the nature of Kshatriyas to have friendly exchanges even with enemies also, sometimes. When Bhima, Arjuna and Krishna went to Jarasandha, Krishna requested Bhima to ask Jarasandha for a duel fight. You know that story, right? Then Jarasandha started fighting with Bhima for 28 days. During the day they will fight, but during the night they will sit together and have a party. Right? That's how Kshatriyas are. They have that sportive spirit. So similarly, now that war is not happening, it's night time. Arjuna, you go to Duryodhan. Duryodhan will definitely invite you, welcome you, have a party with you. You can have just some night food and drink happily. So you can go, but okay, I'll not reveal this plan. So Arjuna went to Duryodhan, and Duryodhan invited Arjuna. Arjuna, tell me, what do you want? You want me to stop this war? Why did you come to my camp today? You are my honorable guest. Tell me, whatever you want, I will do for you. I can even stop the war also for you. Now you may become surprised. Why this Duryodhan is saying like this? If he is inclined to stop the war when Arjuna came, why he was not inclined to stop the war when Krishna came for Sandhi? So this is the nature of demoniac people. They are inconsistent in their moods. And also by Krishna's influence, also Duryodhan can offer that to Arjuna. So Duryodhan said, Arjuna, whatever you want, I will do. Then Arjuna said, you don't have to stop the war. All I want is those 5 arrows that Bhishma has given you. Can you please give those arrows to me? Then Duryodhan has already given a promise to Arjuna. He cannot take back this promise. So he had to give. He was obliged to offer those 5 arrows. Then the next day morning, Bhishma came to Duryodhan and asked, where are the 5 arrows? Today is the last day of Pandavas on this earth planet. I am going to kill them. Give me the 5 arrows. Duryodhan said, I am sorry, I don't have the 5 arrows. Oh, how can you not have those 5 arrows? Then Bhishma understood it is Krishna's master plan to send Arjuna and take away the 5 arrows. Then Bhishma took another vow. Fine. Krishna had sent Arjuna to protect the Pandavas. Krishna enabled Arjuna to take away the 5 arrows. Fine, no problem. Unless Krishna picks up a weapon and tries to protect Arjuna, nobody in the universe can save Arjuna from me today. Today I am going to kill Arjuna. Other Pandavas, let's see later. But today I am going to kill Arjuna for sure. The only possibility of Arjuna's survival is when Krishna picks up a weapon and then charges against me. Because Krishna has already taken a vow not to pick up a weapon before the Kurukshetra battle. So Krishna had to break his promise. Unless Krishna breaks his promise, nobody can save Arjuna from me. I am going to kill Arjuna. So Bhishma has taken another vow. So that day, Bhishma fought with so much of valor, with so much intensity, with so much anger. He is using all his astras and shastras, and Arjuna is just unable to do anything. He could not confront with Bhishma. Bhishma is showing his real power. So at one point, Arjuna was on the verge of death. Bhishma is about to kill Arjuna. Even if Krishna delays for one moment also, Arjuna is gone. Arjuna would have been killed. So at that moment, Krishna became so furious. He got down from his chariot. He picked up a chariot wheel, which is lying there on the battlefield. On the battlefield, broken chariots and broken limbs of people are commonly lying. He just picked up a chariot wheel and started charging against Bhishma to kill him. Yeah, this is the picture. So, here also. So there is a picture here. So therefore Krishna is called Rathanga Pani. Ratha means chariot, Rathanga means a limb of chariot which is wheel here. Rathanga Pani means one who holds a chariot wheel in his hand. Rathanga Pani. So that scene is being described by Bhishma in this shloka now. Swanigama pahaya mat pratignam. Swanigama means Krishna's own promise, Krishna's own vow. Apahaya. Krishna was inclined to give up his vow, give up his promise of not picking up a weapon on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. He is ready to give up his vow. For what? Mat pratignam. To protect my pratigna, Krishna compromised on his pratigna. That is the love and affection that Krishna has for his devotees. Krishna is ready to give up his vow, his promise, his pratigna. But Bhishma's pratigna should never be compromised. When will Bhishma stop this intensity in this war? Only when I pick up a weapon. So, Krishna, by picking up this chariot wheel and charging against Bhishma, he exhibited his love and affection towards his two devotees. One devotee is definitely Arjuna. Just to protect Arjuna's life, Krishna picked up this chariot wheel and charged against Bhishma. But another devotee is Bhishma himself. In fact, primarily Bhishma himself. Bhishma. Because Bhishma has taken a vow and Bhishma will never compromise on his vow. So, to protect Bhishma's vow, to give more importance to Bhishma's word than his own words, Krishna picked up this chariot wheel to satisfy him. And Bhishma has this mood of Veera, a warrior. He has Virya Rasa. So, Krishna reciprocated with Bhishma in that way. Right. So, Bhishma, being a warrior, can challenge even Krishna, and the challenging spirit in Bhishma also is an expression of his devotion, and that gives so much pleasure to Krishna. Right. So, Krishna saved both the devotees. Krishna exhibited his love and affection towards both his devotees, while compromise on his vow in one sense. And Arjuna came running and caught Krishna's foot and said, Krishna, please, you have taken a vow not to pick up any weapon. Please don't do it. He stopped him. So, but in one sense, Krishna did not break his vow also. Krishna definitely gave more importance to Bhishma's pratigna, but Krishna did not compromise on his pratigna also. Because chariot wheel is not considered a weapon only. Krishna took a vow not to pick up a weapon. So Krishna protected his vow. He never picked up a weapon. So when some warrior is going to the battle, he will take some arrows and bows and some swords and some shields and some lances, etc. But will he pick up some chariot wheels also with him? No, right? So chariot wheel is not a weapon. So when Krishna picked up a chariot wheel, it's not that he is picking up a weapon and compromising on his vow. But in one sense, he is picking up something to use it as a weapon to satisfy Bhima and protect his vow. So in that sense, Bhishma's vow is protected and Krishna's vow is also protected. Arjuna's life is also protected. There are ways of... Krishna is very expert. He can address multiple tricky situations with just one simple solution. Right? So see this. Ritam adhikartum avapluto rathastaha. Although Krishna was sitting in the ratha, he got down from his chariot. He picked up this chariot wheel. Dhrita ratha charano. He has picked up this chariot wheel and then with great force he started charging against Bhishma. Hari rivahantumibham
gatotariya. Harir, here Hari means a lion. Ibham means an elephant. Just like in the forest, a lion charges against an elephant. In this battlefield of Kurukshetra, Krishna started charging against Bhishma. And when he's doing it very with great force, his Uttariya is falling down. So this Uttariya is like on Krishna, but when Krishna is forcefully just charging against Bhishma, he just fell down. Ibham gatotariya. So Bhishma is meditating on that moment. See, he's about to depart from this world. He's about to die in few moments. But what's going on in their mind? In his mind. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yah prayati samadbhavam yati nastyatra samshayah. So at the time of death, whatever one meditates upon, one will attain that state. So Bhishma is meditating on Parthasarathi form of Krishna and the battlefield scene. So what did Bhishma attain? He definitely attained Krishna, but not Krishna as a Gopal in Vrindavan, not Krishna as a prince in Dwaraka or Mathura, but as Krishna as a chariot driver of Arjuna. So there is a special planet in the spiritual world called Parthasarathi planet, and Bhishma attained that Parthasarathi planet in the spiritual world. There are so many Vaikuntha Lokas, there are so many spiritual planets. There, Bhishma is constantly having this Virya Rasa exchanges with Krishna, fighting, confrontation, right? Lord also wants fighting spirit. Therefore, these four Kumaras, Brahma's four and Sanaka, Sanandana, others, so they went and cursed Jaya and Vijaya, the doorkeepers of Vaikuntha, and this Jaya and Vijay appeared in 3 lifetimes to fight with the Lord and offer him fighting pleasure. Yesterday, as we discussed, even to give fighting pleasure to Krishna, only devotees are required. Only devotees can offer even fighting pleasure to Krishna. So in the first life, Jaya and Vijay appeared as Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. In the second life, Ravana and Kumbhakarna. Third life, Shishupal and Dantavakra. So 3 lives. And of course, other references say that they appeared as Jagai and Madhai also in Lord Chaitanya's Leela. So in this way, even to offer fighting pleasure to the Lord, a devotee is required, and Bhishma is constantly serving Krishna in that Virya Rasa, in the mood of a fighter, a warrior. So last shloka for today's discussion. What's the time now? We have 10 minutes. I'll complete this last shloka. So after I do this shloka, 4 more shlokas are there. We'll do tomorrow. That's a concluding of Bhishma Stuti. Next. Sita Vishikhato Vishirnadamsha Kshataja Paripluta Atatayino me Prasabhamabhisasara Madvadhartham Sabhavatu me Bhagavan Gatir Mukunda. Sita Vishikahato Visirna Damshaha. So Krishna's body is wounded by the sharp arrows of Bhishma. Right? When a warrior is fighting with an enemy on the battlefield, the arrows will not be shot only at enemy. Many times arrows are shot at the chariot, chariot flag, chariot wheel, the quiver, and chariot driver also. And some arrows were coming on Krishna also, and Krishna's transcendental body is being wounded by the sharp arrows of Bhishma. That's what he's saying. Kshataja paripluta atatayinome. Kshataja means he's wounded. He had multiple places on his body, and those wounds are giving ecstasy to Bhishma because he's in Viryarasa. Prasabham abhisasara madhvadartham. And now in this scene, madhvadartham, just for the purpose of killing me. Mad means me, Bhishma is saying. Vadhartham means for the purpose of killing me, the Lord is coming with great force, leaving the chariot. leaving his position as a chariot driver, he picked up this wheel and he started running towards me. Sabhavatu me Bhagavan Gatir Mukunda. Let that Bhagavan Mukunda be my Gati. Gati means my goal, my refuge. Let him be my shelter, only shelter. So Mukunda means one who gives liberation to people. And that Mukunda can give liberation in any way, to anybody. Samsararnava karnadharaka hare Sri Krishna tubhyam nama Shri Narayana pundarika nayana Shri Rama Sita pate Govindachyuta nanda nandana mukunda nanda damodara Vishnu Raghava Vasudeva Hare Devendra Chudabade Samsararnava Karnadharaka Hare Sri Krishna Tubhyam Nama. In various forms, as Narayana, Mukunda, Madhava, Madhusudana, Krishna, Murari, the Lord, you know what he does? Samsararnava Karnadharaka Hare. He acts as a captain of the ship that takes us across this material ocean. Samsararnava Karnadharaka Hare Sri Krishna Tubhyam Nama. So Mukunda means one who gives liberation, and the Lord gives liberation by acting as a boatman to take us across this material ocean. All of us are rotting in this material ocean, and the Lord protects us from this material ocean. Therefore he is called Mukunda, the giver of liberation. Now, there is a beautiful shloka in the 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. It says, Krichro mahan iha bhavarnavamaplavesham shadvarganakrama sukhe natitirishanti tattvam harer bhagavato bhajaniya manghrim krutvodupam vyasanamuttara dustararanam. This material ocean is so fierce, so deep and shoreless, and not just that, it is filled with sharks. Who are the sharks? Shadvarganakrama sukhena titirishanti. The 6 anarthas like lust, envy, pride, greed, they are the sharks. If somebody is drowning in an ocean, even if he is an expert swimmer, how long will he swim? In what direction will he swim? And how many kilometers he has to swim? He can't see the shore at all. He can't see which direction is the shore. Where will he swim? How will he swim? And on top of it, whales are there, sharks are there, constantly trying to devour him. The sea monsters come to devour him. It's very difficult to come out of this material ocean. So the only way to come out of this material ocean is when we have a boat, a strong boat. And that boat must be driven by the Supreme Lord himself. Therefore, Samsararnava Karnadharaka Hare Sri Krishna Tubhyam Nama. O Krishna, you are the Karnadhara, you are the captain of the ship that takes us across this material ocean. So, the Lord is called Mukunda. And here is Bhishma who is meditating on the Lord as Mukunda. Please give me liberation. Please release me from this material pangs. Let me go to the spiritual world and let me constantly fight with you. In the mood of a warrior. So let me conclude with a simple story. Once, Lord Ramachandra, he went on the shore of a river. He and his brother Lakshmana and his dear wife Sita Devi, all 3 of them went on Vanavas, an exile, and they had to cross an ocean. A boatman came there. Boatman washed the feet of Lord Ramachandra and requested Ram, Sita and Lakshman to board his boat, and he is lovingly taking them across this river. Right? So nicely. Then he is glorifying Lord Ramachandra, he is exhibiting his simple, innocent devotion towards Ram, and Mother Sita was so impressed with this boatman's devotion. So she took a ring from her finger and gave it to Lord Ram and asked, My dear Lord, can you please offer it to that boatman? I am very impressed with his devotion. Ram took that ring and offered it to the boatman. And the boatman said, Why are you giving this to me, Ram? Is this payment for taking you across this river? No, no need of payment. It's free. Free service. Because I am a boatman and you are also a boatman. because we both are of the same profession, there is no need of these formalities of payment. Right? Then Ram did not ask, he smiled, he understood his heart, but still he kept a question mark in his face, expecting him to answer, give a purport. You are a boatman, that is clear. How can you call me a boatman? I am the prince of Ayodhya. I am Dasharatharam. I am Sitaram, Raghavaram. How can you call me a boatman? Then this boatman gave a purport to his statement. My dear Lord, I am a boatman who takes passengers across this river, from this shore of the river to that shore of the river. But you are a boatman who takes the conditioned souls across this material ocean, from the material world to the spiritual world. You are such a boatman who takes us across this material ocean. When you came to board my boat, I am not charging you. When I come to board your boat, you should not charge me. You should not charge me by asking some purity. You are done with lust? No, thoda bach gaya. It's still there. You are done with envy. You have no pride. You have no envy. No, please don't expect so much purity from me. I am a fallen conditioned soul. I am a struggling sadhaka. I am dozing off in my japa. Please give some concession. Please give some grace mark. Please pass me in the exam. Please allow me to board this boat. Take me across this material ocean. Therefore, the Lord is called Mukunda. Okay. So tomorrow we'll discuss 4 more shlokas, the last 4 shlokas of Bhishma Stuti, and also discuss few more glories of Bhismadeva, and draw some parallels between Bhishma and another great special devotee from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and also discuss Bhishma's predictions of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and many more exciting things as the last session of our 7-day series. So with this I'll conclude. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. As Srila Prabhu told yesterday, there's going to be question and answer session. Please keep sitting. Don't get up all at once. Also, thank you, Prabhu. This guy is Gauranga Darshan Prabhu ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. So, once again, I would like to request all the devotees. We have arranged the valet parking. If you have any difficulty in looking for a parking, finding a parking, please give it to the valet. He will park for you. Why you have the headache and all that? That's why we arranged this. Please don't do this again. Last day tomorrow. Let us enjoy the katha. And tomorrow we'll have a little elongated session. So please come prepared. We'll start early, as Prabhu told you. 6:30 we'll start. And we'll go until whenever Prabhu wants, or maybe 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, okay. And we'll have some question and answer. I think for the book, you have to make some announcement. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, nice session. Hare Krishna, Mahesh Prabhu, thank you. Yeah, as Mahesh Prabhu is saying, we need to take care about the neighbors, that neighbors are getting disturbed if you are not parking, and then unnecessarily there is a disruption in the nice nectarian katha, so then we all have to come, so then please take care of that. So I would like to invite Nekatma Prabhu for just 3 minutes, be here with us. He's made a very, very nice presentation on the books. Everybody need to get the books, and that's what Prabhuji is telling, that Prabhuji has written many books. Srila Prabhupada has written many books, but each one of us has to have the books, read the book.
Hare Krishna. When normally there's a good flow, people don't like the interruption, and that is something I beg your forgiveness. But this is about Srimad Bhagavatam. This is not a break, this is a spiritual break. So Srila Prabhupada said that, I want every respectable person to have a full set of Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita at home. And if you look, next slide. So if you look at Srimad Bhagavatam, you can see Srimad Bhagavatam here. It's a book, made of paper, made of cardboard, made of a lot of printing ink. But is this the only thing? Okay. Now, if you look at, there are a lot of other books also.
Hare Krishna. I would like everybody please sit down. Do not go away. As Mahesh Prabhu also said, it's making a disruption. Please bear us for few more minutes. 3 minutes and then 10 minutes question answers. Thank you.
So, there are a lot of other books. If you see a lot of books, but Prabhupada never said encyclopedia, keep every respectful person, keep encyclopedia or any other book. Okay. So, he specifically had a Srimad Bhagavatam. And what is Srimad Bhagavatam? There, if you look at, there are 18 books, 18 volumes and 10 cantos. And each canto has got a specific subject matter, like creation in the first canto and, cosmic manifestation. And so it's very detailed spiritual subject matter is there. Next slide. And Sri Sanatana Goswami has said, O Srimad Bhagavatam, you are to be served by everyone because for you are an incarnation of Lord Krishna. It is not a book. It's a book incarnation of Lord Krishna. And Srimad Bhagavatam in 2.1.8 purport, Srimad Bhagavatam is a sound representation of the Lord because it is spoken by the incarnation of the Lord about the activities of the Lord. Okay. And Vyasadeva is the incarnation of the Lord. He spoke. And in Padma Purana, there is a big shloka. Due to absence of time, I am not reading it. But what is mentioned is Canto 1 and 2 is the lotus feet of the Lord. Canto 3 and 4 are the thighs of the Lord. 5 is navel of the Lord. Canto 6 is chest of the Lord. 7th and 8th is the arms of the Lord. And 9th is the throat of the Lord. 10 is the lotus face of the Lord. Number 11 is forehead of the Lord. And number 12 is the head of the Lord. Okay. So this is mentioned in Padma Purana. It is not an ordinary book. It is Bhagwan himself in the book Avatar. And when did Srimad Bhagavatam come? The shloka Krishna Sudama Gopute Dharma Jnanadibi Saha Kalau Nashta Drishamesha Puranarko Adunodita. This Bhagavad Purana is brilliant as the sun and it is risen after the departure of Lord Krishna to his abode, accompanied by religion, knowledge, etc. Person who has lost their vision due to the darkness of Kali will get light from this Purana. And again it's mentioned Srimad Bhagavatam. Next slide. And this is Srila Prabhupada said, there is no literature throughout the universe like Srimad Bhagavatam. There is no comparison, there is no competition. Every word, each and every word is very important for the whole society. Next. Okay. And simply by giving oral reception to Vedic literature, the feeling for loving devotional service to Lord Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, sprouts up at once to extinguish the fire of lamentation, illusion, and fearfulness. So that is the potency of Srimad Bhagavatam. Next. You can skip it. Next. So, a lot of times people ask, is this the only subject matter? Is only spiritual? But a lot of material knowledge also is there. For example, when somebody goes to this Srimad Bhagavatam 3.11.5, time calculation based on atoms. It's a very scientific knowledge. More than 5,000 years ago, even before electron microscope invented, all this is there. How time is calculated. Prabhu, next slide. Next. So, this is how time till a year, 1 Truti is 8 by 13,500 seconds. This has been calculated and given in Srimad Bhagavatam. That is the power of Srimad Bhagavatam. It has got all the knowledge in the world. Next. And description of child in the womb of Srimad Bhagavatam. In Canto 3, it is there by week, by month, how the womb it develops. That's also there. Next. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next. Next slide. Next slide. So, the reason we are requesting you all to is that when you distribute this knowledge, you become dear to Krishna. That's stated in Bhagavad Gita. So hence, please come forward, take a Srimad Bhagavatam for yourself, gift it to someone. Next slide. Next. So we have made this price list. You can come and speak to us there. There are different languages. You can get it in Dubai. You can get it in India. Wherever it is, this price are there. Please come forward and take this and benefit it.
I'll make it simple. Whatever price he announced, I'll subsidize it by 50%. So if you want to take up the book, please take. Okay?
Please take advantage of it.
Only Bhagavatam said. There's a condition which I didn't say. When we put up an offer in My Govindas, we put a star. Terms and condition apply. So you don't buy a book which is 50 dirham. No. I want to subsidize more. So please take a Bhagavatam set for you. I'll subsidize 50%, whatever Nekvatmasa price. Okay? And this also we came up. Bhagavad Gita, usually you get 25 dirham, we subsidize it and then you're getting it for 10 dirham. So take as many books as you want. Hare Krishna. Now we'll have a question and answer. Please, anybody for the question? Okay, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. Prabhu, in the lecture, you mentioned one thing that the Lord never really rejects any of his devotees. But there's one confusion. In Chaitanya Leela, why did the Lord really reject Chota Haridas?
He didn't reject. Apparently am I audible? Apparently it seems like rejection, whether it is Chota Haridas or Kalakrishna Das or Gopinath Patnaik. There are few cases where the Lord is extremely strict. It seems like rejection, but it's not rejection. The Lord has given shelter to those devotees on a spiritual plane, and sometimes He gives shelter to those devotees through other devotees. So the Lord never disowns. But why did the Lord become so strict like that? The answer is, He has to uphold the principles of sannyas, and as a sannyasi, he cannot approve any renunciant having that kind of lusty attitude towards the opposite gender. So to make this point very clear and very emphatic, the Lord has behaved like that, but at heart He is always kind. And how many times Mahaprabhu became so strict like that? Only in a couple of cases. That too to establish this great principle of renunciation. But through other devotees, the Lord is always showing some kindness and affection. Okay. Of course He accepted. You should not have a doubt. Okay. The Lord's mentality is transformation, not rejection. So if there is any flaw or mistake done by some devotee, the Lord will rectify it and again will accept them. Hare Krishna. Any other question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for the class. I have also heard of the other story when Arjuna had stolen the arrows instead of directly asking for it.
Okay.
So, yeah, just wanted to know.
I don't know about that version, but I heard from Prabhupada and authorized sources that Duryodhan offered them and Arjuna asked, requested for them. And Krishna told Arjuna to ask for them. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Is it fine? Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Thank you for well articulated class and then giving your association to all of us. So I have a small question that today you were explaining that we should enjoy the distress and the happiness and the dualities, but we should always stand against something which is injustice or unfair.
Correct.
So in this contest, if the same thing happens, if we see a Vaishnava doing all this, and if we stand against that, it is considered as a Vaishnava aparadh. So how do we take this?
No. See, when a devotee does a mistake, another devotee, in the name of not doing Vaishnava aparadh, should not allow the devotee to do that mistake. So why does a devotee do mistake? One reason is ignorance. They don't know what to do, what is right, what is wrong. Second reason is arrogance. Even if they know what to do, still they will do. If it is arrogance, the arrogance has to be corrected. If it is ignorance, they have to be educated. So in both ways, if you are correcting a Vaishnava in the mode of helping them, serving them, it's not a Vaishnava aparadh. Sometimes even if a devotee, Indra is a devotee, he has done so many mistakes. So did he not receive correction from his Guru Brihaspati and the king of all the Devatas, our Brahma? And even the Lord corrected him so many times. He was punished also. So sometimes even devotees also do some mistakes, and if you are in a position, responsible position to correct them or even punish them, you will have to do it. It's a part of your service, and it's not Vaishnava aparadh. It's like this Vaishnava has done aparadh and you are rectifying him. It's Vaishnava seva. It's not Vaishnava aparadh. Protecting him from aparadh. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, Prabhuji. You have given excellent lectures for last 6 days. They are very enlightening. I have one small question today. Sorry, I'll just read it out. When Krishna stood between the two armies, he had glanced at both the armies, and most of all the armies were killed. But Bhishma only talks about Kaurav lives being ended. And also in Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna sees the Kal Swarup of Bhagavan, he only talks about seeing the Kauravas entering the Lord's mouth. why were the Pandavas, all the soldiers and generals who were on the Pandav side, not mentioned in both these things?
Although they are not mentioned explicitly in some places, they also died. Many people on the side of Pandavas also died. However, because they are on the side of Dharma, they are not explicitly mentioned. And because they fought on the side of Dharma, they will go back to Godhead. Or at least they will continue their bhakti in their next lifetime. Their defeat is not like the defeat of someone who is fighting on the side of adharma. And even those people who are fighting on the side of adharma, fighting on the side of Duryodhana, were also liberated when they saw Krishna and then left their bodies. Some of them, they got the opportunity to see Krishna's beautiful form before dying. Although they are siding Duryodhana, still they went back to Godhead. Still they attained their Swarupa. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Mataji has a follow-up question, it seems.
So basically, it is all about being on the side of Dharma and Adharma, why this thing was done, that only the Kauravas were mentioned in this about being
See,
killed.
mentioning means like you may not mention everything in one shloka or one statement. So it's not a big detail as such.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances, Prabhu. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for the wonderful class, Prabhu. Prabhu, I have a question. While you were speaking, like when Krishna was throwing the chariot wheel on Bhishma, he was keeping the vow of Bhishma. And although when Bhishma was externally looking like he's fighting with Krishna, but internally he's performing a service that Krishna wanted to show that even if someone powerful. So with these incidences, Prabhu, we see that bhakti is a lot more of your internal thing than the external.
Correct.
And as a sadhaka, what happens many times, we end up doing externally everything. We may reach for the Mangala Aarti, we may chant our rounds, we may be reading Bhagavatam, but the solid internal consciousness changing, we may still be doing all this and still thinking, oh, the material world is so nice, I want to be here. Or there's something I don't want to leave, this Krishna you don't touch. So like these devotees, how do we, following in the footsteps, bring that solid internal change? I don't know if I'm able to communicate.
Yeah, correct. You have very clearly communicated. And this is the situation of many sadhakas. Instead of focusing too much on the external accomplishments or external visible practice of different limbs of bhakti, which is required, but we should also take out some time to go deep into our own heart and check how much love we are developing for Krishna there. We need to prioritize. And one way of prioritizing is by regularly introspecting. I am chanting or I am doing kirtan. Is it to impress people? Is it just to put a tick mark in my schedule? Or is just because I have taken a vow and gave a promise to my Guru Maharaj, therefore I am chanting? Or am I actually hearing the mantras that I am chanting and I am actually trying to develop the devotional mood? Am I actually cultivating that service attitude? For example, somebody is reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Is it just accumulating information, or am I aspiring to imbibe the mood and character of all these great Vaishnavas like Ambarish Maharaj and Yudhishthira Maharaj and Parikshit Maharaj in my own personal life? Am I inclined to apply the lessons taught by these great souls, or I am just accumulating information to repeat information in classes? Sometimes people may read or hear just to take notes and then repeat in their classes, which is good, authorized thing, but it's not just repeating for others' sake. We need to apply it also for ourselves. Janma sarthak kari kara para upakar. So when, in the flight, they make an announcement. First wear your mask, then you put your mask for your child and others. Right? It's not about being selfish or self-centered.
Yes.
First you nourish yourself with bhakti. First you go deep in your own devotion, your own prayer, your own chanting, your own scriptural study, and then we will be able to automatically help others. Right? So yes, we need to bring our focus from externals to internals. We have to prioritize it. And we need to create a sangha of devotees who also keep this as priority. Right? And not that we become bhajananandis and don't do any contribution for other spiritual lives. That's another extreme. But we need to balance both.
Last question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Prabhuji, I was just curious actually, this part of the Mahabharata and this 37 shloka where Bhishma Pitama is saying that fulfilling my vow. So was his vow that Krishna should somehow stop him? Was the vow of Bhishma Pitama that Krishna should somehow stop him from shooting arrow to Arjun, right? Was that the vow?
Yeah. Vow is, I will spare Arjuna's life only if Krishna picks up a weapon. Okay. And he has taken a vow not to take up a weapon.
Yes.
So it's like a challenging Krishna.
And I'm just curious to know, so then what happens when Krishna picks up the chariot wheel?
Then Bhishma stops fighting.
And then Arjuna, who shoots arrows on Bhishma Pitama? Later,
Arjuna shoots arrows. Okay. Later.
Okay.
That day, fight happened like this. Arjuna, Bhishma, okay, Krishna, if you want to kill me, I am ready to be killed by you. Then Arjuna says, no, you should not kill him. That's the scene. But later Arjuna shoots arrows and then Bhishma dies. That means like he lies like this, and after giving teachings to Yudhishthira Maharaj and Pandavas, then he departs. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
His Grace Gauranga ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So Hare Krishna. So we'll have tomorrow, Prabhu is giving the NBS, Nectar Nityam Bhagavad Sevya lecture, 6:45 to 7:45. And that is the Purnahuti of our Bhagavatam chapter 1. So means not chapter 1, the stage 1. And everybody join 6:45 to 7:45. And then tomorrow evening we'll start little early. Everybody be here by 6 p.m. Take your seats. Tomorrow we are expecting more number of devotees. So please come by 6. We'll start the lecture by 6:30 and it will go little longer. Saturday we have 2 programs with Prabhu. One is a 5 to 7 Beauty of Sundarkand at our old hall, Bardubai, followed by a Telugu program 7:30 to 9 in the same hall. This is only in Telugu, so then those who know Telugu, please can go and then invite other Telugu speaking devotees also. Sunday morning we'll have the Regent School. Sunday morning is little early. Lecture of Prabhu will start 12 to 1, and before that we'll have the children class 11 to 12 for all teenagers. A special session with Prabhu at Regent School 11 to 12, followed by the Sunday feast program 12 to 1, and this time the topic is 7 oceans of Krishna. Prabhu will speak on 7 samudar. कृष्ण के 7 समुद्र के बारे में बात करेंगे. And Tuesday, Monday is holiday. Everybody can enjoy Eid holiday. Tuesday we'll have evening 6 to 8 in Ajdan Hall. Lessons of leadership from Shastras. So all the leaders, whether they are in their office or in the satsang, please join, and then let's have here the leadership sutras. This is on 2nd April, Tuesday evening 6 to 8. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hanuman and encouraged Hanuman to do so? Jambavan. When all the Vanara soldiers were disappointed seeing the expanse of this Lanka ocean, Jambavan approached Hanuman and reminded him of his powers and appreciated him, encouraged him like a teacher encourages a student. Then Hanuman felt empowered. Genuine appreciation encourages and empowers people. Unnecessary fault finding discourages and disempowers people.